Hey y'all, it's your girl, Curiously Cedric, back with a video other than comps. So a while ago I decided to ask y'all what your unpopular Harry Potter opinions were, and y'all were amazing with responses. I even cried at some. Then I switched them with the beautiful at LORESTHETIC. Girl, why he say it like that? Anyways, so I'll be reacting to her subscribers' unpopular opinions and she'll be reacting to mine, so y'all better go check out her video on her channel. So, let's get started y'all. Remember y'all, these are just my personal opinions. Please do not attack me or others cause we all have different points of views. Thanks homies. 1. It is a very vanilla series when it comes to diversity and sexualities. Pause if you would like to read the comment. I agree and disagree with this at the same time. Coming from a POC, I definitely felt there was some room for more POC characters. When reading HP in the 3rd grade, I always remember thinking of Hermione as either a colored girl or sort of from an African American descent. When seeing the movie I was surprised she wasn't, but didn't care very much. Especially when I saw them bringing in characters such as Cho Chang, Dean, the Patel twins, etc. But it wasn't much. Their scenes were little to none. The amount of lines they had in the movie were what? 1 to 3. As for characters part of the LGBTQ+, well, I guess we all know why there weren't many of them. But yes, I would have loved to see some representation in that. Saying Dumbledore is gay isn't enough, JK. 2. If you hate Pansy for dating Draco, Lavender for being crazy about Ron and dating him, or Cho for liking Harry and dating Cedric, you're low-key a misogynist. Girl, I've been waiting for this one. Turn it up. All the time on TikTok I see everyone hating on these girls with no specific evidence. Y'all just mad because they got the guy y'all have been crushing on since the 4th grade. Sis, they're not even real. Sorry to break it to you. 3. I hated Dumbledore and don't get the hype. He manipulated everyone. Also Ron looked good in his dressing gowns. Starting with the easy one. Yes, Ron was low-key very fine in his dressing gowns. Then again, he looked fine throughout the whole movie. So, on to Dumbledore. If you know me, you know that Dumbledore just irritates me. It's pretty obvious he was directing Harry, and without Harry knowing it, but it doesn't follow that he's bad due to this. Of course, Harry was put in danger multiple times and Snape thought of him as a pig for slaughter, which was correct, but everything Dumbledore did led Harry to fulfilling his potential as the chosen one. But could Dumbledore solved a lot of easy problems that aren't big to the plot, but could have stopped some things. Like Draco has been ordered to kill me. Don't worry, I have a plan. Cause guess what Harry decided to do? Stalk a fellow classmate for a year and then nearly bleeding him out in a bathroom using a spell he's never cast before. 4. I like the original version better where Hermione is with Fred. First of all, I might be a bad Harry Potter fan for not knowing this, but what the actual heck? When did this happen? So when I looked this up, this is what Google told me. According to JK Rowling in early interviews, Fred Weasley was going to live while Arthur was going to die in Order of the Phoenix and Ron was going to be killed out of sheer spite. She admitted that if this plan was to be put in order, Fred Weasley and Hermione Granger would have ended up in a relationship. As much as I love and simp for my baby Fred, I think JK did the right thing by going with her original plot. First of all, I think that may or may not have ruined the plot. Yes, authors have to make some cuts to make the book more interesting, but this isn't it. Killing a character out of sheer spite? Well, that's not even a good reason for killing a character off. Second of all, I could never see Hermione and Fred together. We all know how the saying goes, opposites attract. But in this case, I don't think they would fit well. Did they even have any sort of connection in the series? Did they even talk at all? Sure, yeah, their zodiac signs are compatible, but everything else? Just not for me, sis. 5. I don't like Ron that much. Pause to read the full comment. So I don't know what to say for this. It started in the 4th year when he was acting an ass about Hermione going to the Yule Ball with Crumb. Jealousy isn't a cute shade, sweetie. But the problem definitely got worse when it came to the Deathly Hallows. Yay, sure, he was wearing the stupid locket around his neck, but I think there was some truth to this quote. Ron, you don't know why I listen to the radio, do you? to make sure I don't hear Ginny's name, or Fred, or George, or Mum. Harry, you think I'm not listening to? You think I don't know how this feels? Ron, no, you don't know how it feels. Your parents are dead. You have no family. Ron had a point. He definitely shouldn't have said it that way, but he was right in the sense that his family was in imminent danger, more than Hermione's and Harry's were. The Weasleys, being purebloods, could have chosen to not fight at all, but they still risked their lives. Ron was afraid for his family, and that combined with the influence of the Horcrux and his worries caused him to say some awful things to his friends who didn't deserve it at all. The movies definitely hate Ron's character, and made him out to sort of be worse than they wrote him in the books. 6. Narcissa was actually a Hufflepuff at heart, but didn't have any other choice but to be a Slytherin because her family would be disappointed and would practically disown her. I couldn't agree with this more. If y'all don't remember, here's a quick refresher from the Deathly Hallows. Part 2. In a whisper, she asked if Draco was alive. When Harry replied quietly that he was, Narcissa betrayed the Dark Lord and asserted that Harry Potter was dead. She knew the only way her family would be reunited was as part of Voldemort's conquering army, thus proving she loved her family more than she supported Voldemort. Hufflepuffs are known to have a strong moral code, and a sense of right and wrong. Narcissa knew what was the right thing to do for her and her family. You could also argue that she was going against Voldemort and ultimately led him to his defeat. Stan Narcissa for clear skin. She deserved better. 7. Pansy is better than Cho. Sorry, but it's a no for me. First of all, Pansy was a blood classist and was rude in general. Y'all remember when she said to our Queen Angelina, why would someone want to look like they have worms coming out of their head, about our girl's braids. She also bullied Hermione on multiple accounts. And not her dissing my other queen, Parvati. Ooh, sticking up for Longbottom, never thought you'd like fat little crybabies, Parvati. And the one that takes the cake was through the night of the Battle of Hogwarts, when she heard Voldemort's demands for Harry to be turned over and yelled for someone to grab him. McGonagall made sure she was the first one out the door. Queen Shy. Pansy was just a lackey of Draco, and gave a bad rep for other Slytherins. Onto Cho. Yay, y'all call her a snitch. But in the movies the dang girl was interrogated by Umbridge and on Veritaserum, and y'all still mad that happened in the movies, but y'all realize in the book it was Marietta Edgecombe. But we ain't gonna talk about it. Okay, going back to the other opinion. Yes, she liked Harry, and yes, she dated Cedric. So what? And I hate this so much, because I can relate to her. Imagine having someone you loved taken away so fast. You have feelings for another, and feel guilty because you feel as if the person you just lost is watching your every move. For goodness sake, she was a dang teenager and that's what they do. I can't blame her, y'all. Here's a long quote from Hermione cause she explains it so much better than me. Don't you understand how Cho's feeling at the moment? Hermione asked. No, said Ron and Harry together. Hermione sighed and laid down her quill. Well, obviously, she's feeling very sad, because of Cedric dying. Then I expect she's feeling confused because she liked Cedric and now she likes Harry, and she can't work out who she likes best. Then she'll be feeling guilty, thinking it's an insult to Cedric's memory to be kissing Harry at all, and she'll be worrying about what everyone else might say about her if she starts going out with Harry. And she probably can't work out what her feelings toward Harry are anyway, because he was the one who was with Cedric when Cedric died. So that's all very mixed up and painful. Oh, and she's afraid she's going to be thrown off the Ravenclaw Quidditch team because she's been flying so badly. A slightly stunned silence greeted the end of this speech. Then Ron said, "One person can't feel all that at once. They'd explode. Just because you've got the emotional range of a teaspoon doesn't mean we all have," said Hermione nastily, picking up her quill again. 8. Draco is not that hot. His face resembles a witch. Draco stands, please don't attack me. Sure, every Harry Potter boy I like ends up dying. Cool, but never in 1,000 years will I think Draco is hot. First, blondes aren't my thing, and ever since the Goblet of Fire, I only see him as a ferret. There, I said it. I honestly just wanted to touch on this opinion because I think people think I like Draco and that's not me, sis. 9. I am only going to speak on one of these. Luna is so underrated. Yes, yes, yes. 1,000 times yes. People were so mean to her. And for what? Because she was quirky. So what? All the best queens were. Luna is extremely smart and really kind. One example of her kindness is when she distracts everyone after the Battle of Hogwarts so Harry can put on his cloak. She understands emotions unlike many Ravenclaws. Yes, some of us are not very emotional. Luna's eccentricity, bravery, wisdom and love for life are quality characteristics. She does not need your approval, but is happy to be in your company. I always wish that I could be her. And last but not least 10. Harry and Hermione should have been endgame. This is a hard one. In many ways, she exceeds him. He would not have succeeded without her. But if she marries him, she becomes his equal. She becomes Harry Potter's wife. She will always be second place to him. Brightest witch of her age, but second place to her husband? Would she have been able to climb as high in the ministry if she had been seen as second place to Harry? I personally don't think so. Plus, Hermione ending up with Harry is a trope. The hero defeats the villain and gets the girl as a prize. Girl bye. It's expected. It's old. By not ending up together, Hermione and Harry change the narrative. Harry doesn't spend the series fighting bad guys with the woman he loves. It is one of the things that makes the Harry Potter series different. It doesn't follow the same trope as every other book. So y'all, there it is. Hopefully by the end of this y'all aren't mad at me. But remember, these are opinions. Promise that you won't attack me or others from this video. Thanks for watching lovelies. Don't forget to check out at LORESTHETIC and her video that will be published on her page. With that, bye.
That is the key. The flat